I have so many thoughts on this question, from the way that it's framed to the actual substance of it. I have a lot of thoughts on hospitality work. It's kind of niche though. I can't start it in 15 seconds. So is it cool if I start a little series about it today? So while we wait on that answer, I'm gonna let you in on a little dirty secret with this. A lot of people think that they want this, but then when they get it, they hate it, because campaign work and official side work are very different. Okay, so back to this question. I'm gonna start off part one with how the question is framed. Let's start with the premise. How do I leave bartending? To which my first response is, why do you want to leave bartending? And that why is really, really important, because in hospitality, we are constantly hammered by so much social messaging that this isn't a real job, that it's not respectable or legitimate. Your question also gets to one of the dirty secrets of hospitality, which is that a lot of times it is the savviest thing that you can do. A lot of my colleagues denigrate me for having worked in restaurants, but unlike them, I didn't come from money or privilege to afford a low-paying but higher status job. Now, that being said, $75K in bar money is very different than a lower salary in salary money because of benefits, health insurance, retirement, paid leave, etc. Now, with so much classist social messaging that delegitimizes hospitality work, I just kind of wanted to provide an alternative perspective about the extreme assets that hospitality workers have, as well as the benefits of the industry. So let's start with one thing about the work, is that it's flexible. And there are going to be times in your life when flexibility is better and other times when stability is more desired. But make that choice mindfully for you right now. Now, that being said, let's talk about the superpowers of hospitality workers and people with hospitality backgrounds. Because, society undervalues it, which prompts us to not see how awesome the skills that we get really are. First of all, hospitality is about being a person and creating an environment that other people want to be around. And that is such an X factor for the success of so many different things. But on top of it, your EQ is through the roof. Not because it's just inherent to who you are, but because you're literally having hundreds of conversations every day with different people. Another thing is that people in the business know that the best hospitality workers, bartenders, servers, etc., really at their heart are master community organizers. And why is that? Not only are they just talking to a lot of people every day and have great EQ, but everybody knows that in order to make money in the business, you need to build a community of regulars around you specifically and your spot specifically. So, for example, when I was bartending, I cultivated a community around my shifts. And one of my friends, James, hi James, if you're listening to this, he would have a different set of regulars when his shift would come. And so some people would come see me, some people would come see him when we had shift turnover. You create community. Not only that, but a lot of my regulars helped me launch my campaign. In fact, the folks that designed my first campaign poster in 2018, they were regulars of mine. First donations to my campaign, regulars who believed in me. And all of this is to say that I'm not here to glorify the work. I'm not telling you to quit your job and do it. I'm not saying it's the best thing to do. But there's so much classist messaging that we get and internalize that this is unskilled work, that it's temporary, that it doesn't matter. And I just wanted to provide an alternative perspective that's an asset-based perspective, because you see it even in politics. A lot of Republicans will not just denigrate me, but they denigrate every single hospitality worker in this country by saying that you're not good enough or that you're not educated or you're dumb or whatever. No, you're badass. And frankly, you have a lot more skills than a lot of them will never be able to have. So tell me, what do you think about that? Are you in hospitality? Do you have another kind of job that's kind of undervalued or looked down on? What are your secret superpowers, and what are your thoughts on all of that? Let me know.